You're watching TV9 News and I'm Prajwal. In the last 24 hours, India has reported over 1,68,000 fresh COVID-19 cases. So the increase in the number of cases is indeed worrying. But another tally that we tend to overlook is the death toll. Now, along with over 1.68 lakh cases, the country recorded 904 COVID-19 deaths. So, who are the biggest contributors? According to the data provided by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Maharashtra was the largest contributor to the mortality toll. Now, this graph provided by the Union Health Ministry shows the top 10 states which are contributing to the death tally in the country. According to reports, during the last week, the deaths rose by nearly 70%, which is the sharpest weekly surge in the deaths since October 2020. The Union Health Ministry said that daily the deaths are continuing to show an upward trend, and in some states, the situation is worrying. Now, to understand this better, let's go back to February 2021. Now, during February, the deaths were very low in number when compared to the present tally. Now, take a look at this graph. As you can see, at the beginning of the year, we saw a very downward trend in the number of deaths. The curve started to come down at the end of January and stayed relatively flat to the whole of February. Now, at the end of March, the curve started an upward trajectory as the cases drastically shot up in the month of April. Now, coupled with this, several states in India are also reporting shortages of vaccines and beds in hospitals. I spoke to immunologist Dr Sitesh Roy, and here is what he had to say. This upward trend of deaths, is it a cause of worry, doctor?
Yes, Prajwal, a rise in deaths is always a cause of concern no matter what disease, and certainly in COVID-19, where at the beginning of March we were at about 110 deaths a day. By the end of March, we are at 560 deaths a day, and it's projected that in the next week or two we may cross 1,000 deaths a day. Is certainly a trend that is very concerning, though the overall death rate still compared to the world statistics, where it is about 2 to 3%, India's death rate lies at about 1.3 or 1.4%, is lower. Still, we have a lot more patients. So clearly, we are on a trend that is very concerning at this point of time.
Now, according to you, what might be some of the reasons for this upward trend?
So several different reasons why we may see an increase in deaths. The first one being delay in approaching healthcare. Many patients are concerned, are not going in for the testing, or are delaying their testing, or even if their symptoms are moderate and increasing, are not seeking medical care. The second, the system is overwhelmed, the healthcare system is overwhelmed, and a lot of patients who may actually need the beds or ICU care may not be able to get it right now. There is clearly a shortage right from the testing kits, even in Mumbai, for example, or the ability of the labs to keep up with the testing, all the way to shortage of oxygen, shortage of medicines like remdesivir or tocilizumab, or being able to access it in a right way, in a timely manner. To the scarcity of the healthcare services and the healthcare professionals who are getting worn out with a second wave.
Now, are we testing enough, or has the testing reduced because of the vaccination process?
I don't think that the testing reduced because of vaccinations, but certainly people felt once the vaccine came that the virus is no longer dangerous and can no longer affect them, when in reality it's going to take years for the entire country to get vaccinated. So I think even the people who are vaccinated need to realize that the newer variants, the double mutants, the Brazilian variants that are there of this virus are evading the vaccine mechanisms partially. And so we have to be very, very careful, and the public needs to recognize that till the virus is in our community, we still need to take all the precautions and all the care and recognize that this virus is not leaving our midst anytime soon.
The current COVID-19 trends are indeed scary. Now, if this trend continues, within a couple of days, the death tally might even cross 1,000. Now, it is up to you and me to break the trend. So, don't forget to maintain social distancing, wear a mask and wash your hands, and follow all the other safety protocols. If you like this content, do give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to TV9 News on all the social media platforms. Thank you for watching and stay safe.